You're listening to KRLX 88.1 FM, broadcast out of Northfield, Minnesota, a service of Carleton College.
Radio has long thrived at Carleton. Ever since its founding in 1948 as KRL 680 AM, radio has remained an important Carleton institution. In its 65 years of existence, much has changed. In 1974, the station moved from atop Willis Hall to its present location in the basement of Sales and changed its name from KARL to KRLX. What started as a 2-hour-a-day, closed-circuit AM station is now a 100-watt FM station with a worldwide online stream that broadcasts live and independent programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Despite radio's decline in popularity as a medium, KRLX has managed to stay relevant here at Carleton with its free-form programming and online presence.
I guess when I came here, I knew I wanted to be involved in music, and I knew about the record library, so I guess this place is what pulled me in initially.
I first got involved in KRLX freshman year, fall term, when I signed up with a couple people on my floor to do a show. We just did it kind of out of the blue because they extended the deadline, and we were like, this would be kind of cool to do. Like, we might really like this. And it turned out to be one of the greatest things we've done at Carleton.
I think KRLX is probably one of the biggest meeting places of a lot of different social groups on campus. I think that, we're, I believe, the second largest club on campus to Ebony.
I've listened to every show that's been on this term. And I feel very close, even though I shouldn't, to a lot of the people who have shows that I don't know because of the radio. I think that's a great thing about KRLX.
Every single show is different from the one before it. There's sports shows that play a lot of dubstep. There's sort of indie rock shows that play obscure music. There's all sorts of news shows, and it's sort of like one place where no matter who you are, you know someone on campus who has a radio show, and you have a reason to tune in.
Listening to KRLX is one of the best ways to find those artists that you, haven't heard before, and hear different people's opinions, different themes, different music genres you don't really listen to. I'm not sure if college radio can die.
I would have to disagree that radio is the dying medium. I mean, radio in the traditional sense, yes. I still tune into the radio in the car and stuff, but I know people are, obviously have smartphones, they're streaming, what have you, Pandora, Groove Shark, whatever. But I think radio still has a very important function.
You're listening to college radio because you're interested in it. You're not forced to listen to it to get you're not listening to it to get your news, which you can get from the internet. You're not listening to it to get the weather and the traffic, as with other radio stations. So I don't think college radio can die. It's just pretty much about music. It's about stories. It's about people's lives.
It hasn't died yet, and I don't know. TV's been around for a really long time, and for some reason people still listen to the radio, and I have every reason that they will continue to believe that they will continue to do it.
A lot of people still prefer some sort of human involvement in their music, and it's such a social thing where such a social thing that I feel like a computer can't really emulate.
There's something about the personal touch of the DJ and the personal selection of the mood and theme of the show that I think can never really be replaced.
In a traditional sense, radio can be dying, and it is dying. And eventually, but we have an online presence, and it's just in the online space we'd have to develop, and I think it will still be around, more so than nostalgic value of oh, the radio, what is this? My grandpa used to listen to the radio,
I think the new board is trying to do a lot of different projects, and I think a lot of those are really helping, and some of them are just too big, and some of them need to be scaled down, but I think KRLX is only going up in quality, and I think the more diversity we have in shows and in DJs, the better it is.
We've got some fancy new speakers in the studio. We're turning this place into a nice little lounge area. We've got new computers. We've got replacement things that are working. If anything goes wrong at any given point in time, we have a pretty good way to fix it. and that wasn't always true. So I think that generally we're, you know, on the rise in terms of like laying some good foundations so, you know, equipment doesn't break, so that from there we can focus on things like, you know, great programming, I guess.
So yeah, I'll definitely miss it. I mean, 24/7, independently run, student run, college radio, like that's so awesome. That's just so great.